Hello, good night, everyone. Happy Sunday. Tonight it's just me, Marc-Anthony Jackson, talent and client coordinator here at Guhuza. Mark Belash is not going to be joining us tonight. He is currently dealing with a family issue, so we're just going to keep him in our thoughts tonight. So, since it's just me and the nature of it just being me, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, and let's get real. The job market really does feel like a series of bad dates. If you've ever felt ghosted by an employer after a great interview, or if you feel like you're stuck in a toxic relationship with job boards, trust me, you aren't alone. We're going to go behind the curtain tonight. And if you've ever been ghosted, hey, drop a comment. Say how long you've been ghosted for, how long you've waited to hear from an employer. I know everyone else is dealing with it, so let's hear. You're you're not alone. um, and the real insider scoop is that job boards are really in crisis. I spent the last week with different employers, job board owners, recruiters, and the story is all the same. They're struggling. There's a record number of job seekers applying and a massive drop in paying employers. Their entire business model is post and pray, and it's breaking. It's flipped on its head. We had companies last year like Monster and Career Builder completely go bankrupt and get bought up by other companies. So there's a lot going on. The result is that they're pushing easy apply and these AI fix my resume for the job features, and just to keep the numbers up, which floods employers with 1,000+ resumes. You know what that does? This is the reason why employers are making the job requirements more specific. They don't want to get 1,000+ resumes anymore. It's just a pile. And with that, employers just stop looking altogether. It's a death spiral. And it's nearly impossible for a human to find a human. And that should be the basic need. At the end of the day, we need to understand signal versus noise. And the difficulty in finding humans is showing us clearly in the data that, well, let me break down the data. We saw last week with the Canadian job numbers, bad numbers all around. It was negative. And the US on Wednesday, we saw the US job numbers. And while we did see growth, it is a caution trend. Companies are hiring, they are hiring. But as I said before, they're looking for that right person to fit that critical gap. And they don't want a pile of resumes. They want one person. And that's why they're making all these random specifications. You need to be able to be proficient in this specific program that you've never heard of. It's wild. But at the end of the day, even last week I had a on my Thursday session, I was speaking with Luki. Um, and he is a career business coach, development coach. And the entire thing is you need to show your value and your identity in the market to show who are you. um, and the issue is we also don't know who we are. We haven't officially named the show yet. I know Mark B and I keep debating it back and forth. We're like looking Mark squared, bookmarked. But keep adding to the comments, keep giving us your ideas. Let us know. And maybe at this point, the Jackson Action Hour. Like this is just me tonight. What do you guys think? Drop your ideas in the comments. We're still thinking. So we'll pick a few tonight. We're still Sunday Night Live, but we need something. Sunday Night Live on Guhuza. I don't know. um, but while we're thinking about names, let's get back into the talk about how to get actually noticed in this whole mess, right? So there are lots of tools. Everyone talks about matching their job description, the job description to their resume. Everyone wants to be picture perfect, accurate with that. But at the end of the day, once a recruiter gets your resume goes into a database, and you know it looks bad when you got multiple resumes in that database. So using the Guhuza Resume Analyzer feature, what you can do is just fight that. Our Resume Analyzer feature catches the spelling and formatting mistakes that people don't think about in their resume, and gives you feedback, lets you know what you need to change, and it basically helps you not be deleted by these noisy AI filters that exist on all these different ATS systems. Show who you are, and test out that feature. Log in on Guhuza, try the Resume Analyzer feature, see the report, and make those changes, because it's very important. People upload their resume onto that and see that they're a 35, and they're like, what? They didn't know that? And then they have to fix their resume. Some people see that they're a 65 and say, okay, I got some areas to improve, and they fixes their resume. You want to be as close as you can to that 100. So try your best, try it out, and let's see. And then the second tool you could use is Brain Boost. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably have if you've used the platform, but if you go onto Guhuza.com, you could play Brain Boost. It's 50 levels of prep, and it helps you boost your interviewing muscle. When you're on Guhuza, or while waiting for a ping from Guhuza, and the minute that hits, your brain will be already accustomed, knowledge on what's going on, how to close that deal and get that position. And it's all about getting that position. And these aren't just features. These are your VIP passes to get past all the noise in the marketplace. So moving on, at the end of the day, we spoke about this last week. We're trying to get to 2,500 interviews on our platform. Guhuza is that tool that bypasses all the noise, all the pile. We use live waiting rooms so you can speak to a human, not a robot. It's direct and it's fast for both the employer and the job seeker. So as we're inching closer to our 2,500 interview milestone, we just want the right person, maybe even the person listening tonight, sign up on Guhuza, and let's see what's going on. Let's see if the job is out there for you. Let's see if an employer is ready to press that button. And then, just as we close off today, I want to talk again. I know I mentioned it earlier, my Thursday night show. Well, not Thursday night, Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's my weekly walkthrough, no scripts, no fluff, just me helping out whoever is looking for a job or wants to know about the market or wants to know anything at the end of the day. Last week we had Luki, the soft skills guy, and we had a great show. If you're interested in getting that recording, I do have the recording of that event. It was fantastic. And we had lots of thoughts and comments from various job seekers and even things that I heard myself. So that's a great thing. Check it out. And don't let the job board struggle become your struggle. Stop applying to the noise and start showing up for the conversation. And the best place to do that is on Guhuza.com. So I'm Marc-Anthony Jackson, and let's have a high energy and high productive week, and let's hopefully get you that position. See you Thursday. Have a great week, and see you guys next Sunday, hopefully with Mark Belish. Have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.